evaluating Martin Luther King Jr. Nobel Prize acceptance speech. Imagine that you are in the auditorium of the University of Oslo, where the Nobel Prize Committee meets to award a prize each year. We are on a certain day of December 10, 1964, in a room full of mostly white public and official. Here, standing in the pulpit, a young black man in his mid-30s. According to the USA Today, he was the youngest to receive the honor of accepting the prize at that time. And you have an idea for what was going on. I believe on that day that Martin Luther King delivered his most important speech for the following reason. First, because of the historical context. Second, because of the content of his message. And third, finally, because of the way he delivered his message. First, the speech was effective in its context. That speech was relevant on the historical context of his time, that was the struggle of civil rights movement of black people in America. And it still remains relevant even today in the current American socio-political context with Black Lives Matter movement and the socio-economic injustice and inequality in America. The speech was also effective in its content. It was the clear summary of the thought and action of Martin Luther King, that is about non-violence. The speech was also well organized, beginning with a powerful introduction and moving on with a clear and connected body of speech filled with vivid illustration of biblical imagery such as the lion and lamb living together in harmony, the city of hope, and filled with also careful choices of powerful and poetic words. As the magazine Ebony put it, he went on to deliver a 1,154-word statement sprinkled with poetry and with word picture. And he finished with a memorable conclusion that drew the attention of the august audience. For example, he talked about the importance of brotherhood and peace that are more precious than diamond or silver or gold. The speech was also effective in its delivery. Martin Luther spoke with clarity, simplicity, confidence, mastering his subject matter. You cannot detect any speech stress. The only weakness we can detect in this speech was because of the different context. He spoke in a different manner than his other speech. No dramatic delivery, no change of tone. He was most of the time reading from his script. So in conclusion, let's say that the Nobel Prize acceptance speech, although is not the most spectacular and most well-known speech of Martin Luther King Jr., was the most effective of all his speeches because it is a clear summary of his philosophy of nonviolence, both in its essence and its rationale.